Far from Nora's gala, I meet Elias, a curator with a warm smile, at a local gallery. "Your work has soul," he says over coffee. "Let's make your event about authenticity." We plan for 20 guests at a waterfront studio, my designs displayed under natural light. The date, set for perfect dusk shots, clashes with Nora's rescheduled gala. News I learn when Sylvia calls, venom in her voice. "A party on Nora's day? You're splitting the family." I hold firm. My event stays. People can choose where they belong. Days before my showcase, Mom and Sylvia arrive at my apartment, faces tight. "Cancel your event, and you can attend Nora's gala dinner," Mom offers, voice strained. I show them my portfolio, sketches of my showcase, menus in my signature typography. "This isn't about Nora," I say. "It's about me living truthfully." Sylvia scoffs. "Your little art show won't outshine a $85,000 gala." Mom hesitates, eyeing a photo of me and Elias. "Did we misjudge you?" she murmurs. I nod. "You taught me I wasn't enough. I'm proving I am." My showcase dazzles. A design blog features it, praising its intimacy, and my client list triples. Sylvia's letter arrives, demanding I decline the feature to protect Nora. I mail back a polite refusal, my story no longer theirs to shape. At the showcase, Zara toasts to writing our own narratives. Elias and I move into a cozy studio, my career soaring with speaking gigs. When Sylvia and Nora visit, uninvited, I feel only calm. "This was never about you," I tell them. They leave, Nora's glance lingering, uncertain. As I water my balcony plants, a sparrow lands, its freedom mirroring my own. My phone buzzes, "Grandma," asking for my truth. I smile, ready to answer, knowing some ties mend while others fade, but my story, at last, is mine. "Don't make this a scene." I stand, shoulders squaring, as the truth crystallizes. This was no oversight. It was deliberate. I dial Aunt Sylvia next, my pulse steady despite the fire in my chest. "Why wasn't I invited?" Her reply is glacial. "Nora deserves her moment without you drawing attention. We've discussed this as a family." The unspoken warning hangs heavy. Push back and risk severing fragile ties. "I'm her only cousin," I say, but the words feel brittle, like they might shatter. "Blood doesn't entitle you to everything," Sylvia snaps. "Let it go, Lena, or you'll strain things further." The call ends, and I stare out my window at Tacoma's skyline, the Puget Sound glinting beyond. My family's obsession with image over connection comes into sharp focus. A sparrow lands on my balcony, its wings catching the light before it darts away, and I wonder what it's like to fly unburdened. Later, my tablet chimes with a group text from Sylvia. "Bring Nora's celebration cake Saturday. Good call keeping Lena out. Less fuss." My breath catches. The message, meant to exclude me, was sent to me by mistake. I screenshot it before it vanishes, evidence of their calculated dismissal. My mother's name is in the thread. The next day, I drive to my parents' wooded retreat outside Olympia. Mom opens the door, flour-dusted apron tied loosely. "Lena? This is unexpected." I follow her to the sunroom, where she settles into a wicker chair, confident in her narrative. Family photos line the walls, Nora front and center, my face often blurred or half-cut. "I saw a message yesterday," I say, sliding my tablet across the table, the screenshot glowing. Her eyes widen, but she doesn't flinch. "We agreed it was best this way," she says, folding her hands. "Nora's moment shouldn't be complicated." "Complicated? You mean me," I counter. She looks away. "Maybe skip the weekend of her big gala. It's at the Bayside Resort, $85,000 for 180 guests." I lean forward. Cousin Elise called about sharing a ride to Nora's gala. She thought I was invited. Mom's jaw tightens, caught off guard. The silence grows heavy. "The family thinks you're too focused on your own achievements," she finally says. The words land like a stone. Years of sitting quietly through Nora's praise, my milestones, like my business grossing $200,000 last year, dismissed as distractions. You've painted me as the problem, I say, voice low. You've erased me from the story. She shifts uncomfortably, but doesn't deny it. We just want peace, Lena. I leave without a farewell, driving through misty forests as clarity settles. My friend Zara arrives that evening with sushi and a plan. They're gaslighting you, she says, pouring sake. Classic family control tactic. You don't need their validation. Her words are a lifeline. Later, on my balcony, I watch city lights spark to life. A sparrow returns and I decide I won't crash Nora's gala, but I'll host my own event, a showcase of my designs, surrounded by those who value me. Nora's gala photos flood my feed the next week, her smile radiant beside her new team, captioned, "Grateful for those who lift us up." Messages from distant cousins follow, accusing me of stirring trouble. "Why can't you support Nora?" one reads. "My grandmother calls, voice frail." "Sylvia says you refuse to celebrate Nora's success." I grip the counter. "Grandma, I wasn't invited." She pauses. "That's not what I heard." The narrative is shifting, painting me as the villain. 2 clients, Harbor Designs and Coastal Trends, drop my contracts, citing collaboration concerns. Both have ties to Sylvia's social circle, costing me $32,000 in projected income. I avoid my usual cafe after spotting Mom's friend there, and social media becomes a minefield, each notification tightening my chest. I journal every family slight, building a record for myself. Zara suggests a counter-event, a design showcase in Victoria, British Columbia, on May 20th. A broken plate and a buried secret. My breakfast plate slips from my hands, shattering against the hardwood floor of my Tacoma apartment. I don't bend to pick up the pieces. My gaze is glued to my tablet, swiping through snapshots of a vibrant family picnic glowing under fairy lights at my aunt's lakeside estate. 31 relatives, from distant cousins to frail great-aunt Clara with her oxygen tank, laugh over picnic tables adorned with indigo cloth and lavender bouquets. My cousin Nora's promotion celebration, planned with precision over months, unfolds in vivid color, without me. The betrayal cuts deeper because I'd mailed Nora a hand-painted keepsake box for her new role as creative director just 3 weeks ago, offering to craft her team's branding materials as a gift. My loft, bathed in July's golden haze, feels like a stranger's space, the light now stark and accusing. I wasn't forgotten. I was erased. Perched on a counter stool, I'm pulled back to last Easter. Aunt Sylvia's voice boomed across the patio, lauding Nora's meteoric rise at her firm. "A star at 27, she'd proclaimed, her eyes skimming past me. "Still doodling those little sketches, Lena?" My graphic design business, which bankrolled this apartment and secured contracts with 4 regional brands, was brushed off as a pastime. My parents sat mute, sipping wine, as the family toasted Nora's new corner office. My $140,000 down payment on this loft barely registered before Talk pivoted to her latest accolade. My fingers tremble as I tap my mother's contact. She answers on the 6th ring, her voice laced with that familiar blend of concern and condescension. "Lena? Is something wrong?" "Nora's promotion party was last night," I say, my tone sharper than intended. Why was I left out? A heavy silence, then a sigh. "Sylvia thought you'd overshadow Nora. She deserves her spotlight." The accusation stings like salt in a wound. "Overshadow? When have I ever?" "Lena, please," she interrupts.